Good, happy Wednesday morning, October 27, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday edition of the Riley King Talk Show right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of stuff we're going to talk about on the Riley King Talk Show today, so let's get started right now. First up on the Riley King Talk Show, we are going to take a look at Halloween fun and games with Amy Goodman. Let's take a look at that right now.
Bogeys on your sixth limo. They need customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, so they only pay for what they need.
You're not getting you a helicopter.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Our Halloween countdown to Halloween continues, and if you're looking for fun, safe ways to celebrate Halloween, we've got some great ideas for you. Please welcome back to the show, Amy Goodman.
Hello, so great to see you.
Let's get into it. Where should we start?
Yeah, we're going to start with contactless trick-or-treating you can do in your own home. So we have your Drain a Dracula and Jolt a Frankenstein. You cover cups using things you have at home with the tissue paper. You put in your fun retro candies for you, which I thought is super fun for adults, and little toys, which we have for kids here. You pack it into your cup, you cover it with some tissue paper, you secure that with a rubber band, and then you jolt the Frankenstein, and kids can individually get their little treats out. I have some tattoos here.
Oh, cute.
So it's a great way for kids to come up one by one. I like the retro candies for adults.
Yeah,
it's
so
cool.
I mean, it's the best.
Really? Yeah.
What's next?
So we have the Halloween version of Truth or Dare. This is called Truth or Scare. So as a host, you fill these out in advance, and you can ask each other questions when they come in. What's the scariest moment of your life? Or play dead. There you go. Until your next turn. So that's really fun.
And then I don't know what this is. So
Kelly
this
has
is like an
ideas.
adult. This is adult Halloween.
Yes, I know we've got the costumes in mind.
We'll hire.
Definitely.
We'll hire.
We're going to make some rice
Here.
tossers out of dried rice in balloons. We use the funnel for this, right? And you can put any design you want with
it's
your white paint pen. You can do a skeleton, a ghost, anything you
still
like.
confused.
And we're going to throw these. If you'll, grab
no.
your
Get it.
fun little rice tossers into
Yeah.
my hungry scaredy cat.
This is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
He's super starving. I just spray painted it with some black paint. You can add eyes and ears and whiskers with anything you might have. Oh, and you can throw him into the scaredy cat.
Once again, I'm terrible at cornhole,
All right.
even if it's pumpkin hole.
More ideas when we come back. We'll be right back. Okay, Amy. Let's start with the sticks.
Yeah. Instead of bobbing for apples, who actually came up with bobbing for apples? I
It's
think
so dirty and gross.
You
It's
know,
like
Bob.
a germ festival.
You
so
know,
anyway,
Bob.
we are going to do fishing for apples. Thank you for loving my fishing stick.
Yes,
Ryan Seacrest.
those are good
this
fishing
is
sticks.
from my backyard, string with a very safe hook, nice and soft and rounded for the kiddos. So when they swing it around like that, they're not going to poke out somebody's eye.
Well-
I added some string to the apple stick, and we're going to go fishing for apples. And the goal of this game is to have a competition, because I know you guys aren't competitive at all, to go ahead and get as many apples out as you can. This is such a challenge, right?
Great. Well, this will take us till Friday.
Right. That's the idea. Games that have longevity and last, using things out of your own
We
backyard.
keep braiding our string. All right, what's next?
Next up is we have
Ellie will be there the rest of the show.
Give the Witch Her Broom. This is a version of Pin the Tail on the Donkey, because I always felt really sorry for the donkeys anyway. And we're going to get that nice kind of use nice thick paper for your broom. And right behind you actually have that silhouette of the witch posted up. So if you'll be so kind as to close your eyes.
Hey,
Bob is so determined.
We have a winner.
Okay.
Excellent.
Good job.
So
Sorry.
behind you have the silhouette of the witch.
Okay.
You could actually do this. You could draw a witch on a piece of cardboard if you want. And if you'll be so kind as to close your eyes, Mr. Seacrest.
Oh, and I go pin
and
it?
aim and go pin the broom onto your witch. He's doing this with tremendous honesty, as I can see. Oh, and he uses
Well, it's not sticky.
the non-tape side. Yes, the non-tape side. Okay. Lastly, we have the candy corn catchers. My son uses these for his tennis games, but don't take them off the
Kelly?
street. Buy some of your own. And you can, you can spray paint it on the top with
Kelly?
some white and some yellow. I see a lot of different things happening here, but I'm going to be good.
Everything is like a
I'm going to be
berry.
good, and we're going to
Okay, and... Oh,
Why am I
for all of these ideas and more, go to our website, kellyandbrian.com. Up next, our spectacular Halloween house finalists. We'll be right back.
Live will return in a moment.
Okay, there you go. Some great ideas for Halloween fun and games. Awesome, awesome. And let's take a look at this now. Visiting America's scariest cities. Let's take a look.
Now it's time to turn up the terror. Haunted houses are all the rage this time of the year, but this morning we're thinking bigger. There are entire cities known for their spirit sightings and paranormal activity, so we sent Victor Oquendo to Tampa, one of the most haunted cities in America, to check it out because he knew he could handle it. Good morning, Victor.
Not so sure about all that, but I'm going to try. Hey, good morning, Michael. We are right outside the 95-year-old Tampa Theater. Just take a look at the marquee. It is beautiful, but looks can be deceiving. Legend has it this place is haunted. Just one reason why Tampa is one of the scariest cities in America. From the battlegrounds of Gettysburg, where ghost soldiers from the Civil War gripped the hallowed grounds, to Savannah, an early 1800s hotel, now a brewery, serving all kinds of spirits, like the lady in white who never checked out, to New Orleans, that creeps it real with voodoo queen Marie Laveau. Legend says if you leave a treat at her tomb, she'll make your tricks come true. Paranormal investigator Amy Bruni says ghosts are no illusion. America is haunted.
The lights have started flickering, and they have never done that before. Could it be a ghost? I'm not sure.
Newport is home to Seaview Terrace, a 43,000 square foot mansion currently on the market for $29 million, ghosts included, leaving some potential buyers petrified.
Elements of the architecture here were taken from chapels from Milan and France that are hundreds of years old. I have had experiences here by playing organ music in the room, and it caused activity to happen. We had a door slam, we heard voices.
If Halloween had a capital, it would be Salem.
You can't walk through Salem without feeling something eerie going on there.
Most known for its witch trials in the late 1600s, where hundreds of poor souls perished. They say their ghosts are a permanent fixture in town.
It's not just a matter of finding a building and seeing if it's haunted. You just can't go there without feeling what happened there in the past.
And we have moved inside the theater. This is where paranormal investigators have picked up on all kinds of activity, including the ghosts of former employees, like the projectionist. Current employees say that when they're in that room all alone, they'll feel a little tap on their shoulder or even smell his very distinct lilac aftershave. And then there was this diehard film fan. He would apparently sit right here, and his ghost has been seen wearing a fedora right here in seat 308. I'm going to sit in 307. No chance of getting in that one. Michael, Robin.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared, Victor. Yeah, don't be scared. It's better you than me. Put it that way,
Guys,
Victor.
I'm getting out of this seat as soon as I toss it back to you.
I bet. All right, thank you.
Tampa.
I had no idea. I spent a lot of time in Tampa. I had no idea it was haunted. Now I may never go back.
Well, hey there, GMA.
Okay, and there you go. And Rachel Ray dishes on new book of easies and recipes. This must be the place. Let's take a listen to that video from GMA.
New Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara.
This brush is nice. The brush is like flexible.
It's from one of my favorite.
We are so excited to have the one and only Rachel Ray here live in the studio with us this morning. You have seen her cook.
Yay!
Well, we've seen you cook countless meals on Food Network and on your talk show as well. And now she's out with her 27th book on personal essays and recipes called This Must Be the Place. Rachel, welcome back to GMA. Now the applause, everybody. Yeah, now the applause. Now, you wrote this book last year while you were living at your house upstate during the pandemic. Why did you pick the title, This Must Be the Place?
It's from one of my favorite songs called Home, and the book is about what home means to each of us. Once we went home and had to start filming from there, we lost our privacy as a small family, my husband, myself, and at the time, Isabeau. Then we lost Isabeau, our beloved dog, for over 15 years. And that was a whole process. And then we lost our home of 15 years. It burned completely down and into the ground. And we had to reevaluate, everything in our lives. John and I now, all this time later, have made over 200 shows, just the two of us. We have Bella Boo, a new dog. We moved into our guest house. And what we really found was gratitude and a different definition and mindset of what it is to be at home. Do you have life, a livelihood, any roof over your head, and, look at what you have, not what you don't have. And that is where home is, if you have people that care. And that was part of the process too, just sharing back with people that we got so many letters and so much love and became more intimate with the viewing audience too, that it was a beautiful kind of circle of life sort of a vibe. And I wanted to write about that. It's the only time in my 53 years that the entire planet has lived through the same thing at the same time. And all of us experienced it in different ways, but we went through all these different emotions and all of these different life cycles in such a short time. Plus, I wanted to catalog the work. There's only 125 recipes in that book, but I turned in more than 300 in a year. And, so that's really what it is. It's a catalog of that. And a very positive book, actually. It sounds really a downer, the dog died in the house burn. But it's really about a celebration of life.
Well, thank you for opening your home.
Yeah.
To us. It was very comforting this past year to see you and John and how he was scurrying
You've been in our home. Yeah, talking about all of your projects in our... And we feel like we're visiting, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But tell people where you are in the rebuilding process.
Well, the house upstate is done. I can't believe in a little over a year. The house burned on August 9th. And by September of this year, the structure's there. We still got to put stuff in it. We're hoping in the next couple of weeks that we can show everybody, that we've come back. It won't be the same. It never will. The things that you lose, like when I finally figured out I lost my home, it was 3 o'clock in the morning days later when I realized I lost all of my mom's letters to me. And she has very bad macular degeneration, and it's very hard for her to write anything now. And when I realized I had lost that's when I got really upset. I was problem solving until then, the first few days. And then it hits you. For John, it happened on his birthday, which was 10 days after our house burned down. He just got overwhelmed, It's so weird, the way your mind tries to protect you and build up little walls and stuff. But it was a really beautiful thing to be working from home because so many people reached out to us and we felt that love and concern. And that's another reason I really wanted to put it, on paper.
It turned out to be a beautiful thing, but I read that you dreaded it as well. Is it because of that loss of privacy?
Well, just getting inside the front door and realizing in order for us to finish what is now over a season ago, like it's 200 shows ago, meant that we were going to lose the last bit of privacy we had. Like, I'm obviously unscripted and a kind of a kooky show, but we always had our quiet, private time at home. And when we realized, we can't finish the show unless we do it from here, and John is not a crew or camera person of any kind. So there was a giant learning curve there. So not only were we losing like the last bit of our private life, but there were hurdles, let's say, to people doing over 200 episodes by themselves in the woods.
Listen, we're glad you let us in. The one thing, and I've been on your show multiple times, and I got to say, the one thing that upset me about not being able to go to your studio, has the best green food you will ever have, and it's gourmet. And when you come in to explain exactly what you're eating, I'm like, really?
That's the worst thing about being back in the studio. They won't let us feed anybody because of the restrictions still.
It upsets me too, because I'm walking. Here's a bag of chips and some bubble gum. Not in your studio. So, Rachel, we appreciate you.
You're dear.
It is so wonderful to see your three beautiful faces.
Congratulations on book number 27.
Woo! Thank you for having me.
Well, Rachel's new book, This Must Be the Place, comes out November 9th. And you can see new episodes of Rachel Ray's Italian Dream Home streaming every Tuesday on Facebook Watch. Make sure you check that out.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Rob.
Okay, and there you go. And that does it for this Wednesday edition of the Riley King Talk Show right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching this edition of the Riley King Talk Show. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now.